price do you put on a smile? When single mum Melinda saw an ad to use her super for much-needed dental work, it sounded like a good option. How wrong was she? Like many others, she forked out tens of thousands of dollars but didn't get what was promised. Now she's too embarrassed to leave the house.
And I've forked out a whole lot of money to end up with a product that is, like I may as well have got it out of a 20-cent bubble machine.
It's all in the name, Supercare Dental.
So where's the money?
My solicitor will answer that.
100%. I was an easy target.
These people all dipped into their retirement funds for dental makeovers. Now the business is in administration and patients are paying the price.
I had to downgrade, I had to sell assets to try and keep surviving.
Does your business prey on vulnerable people, Simon?
No, it doesn't.
61,500 came out of my super, so it was 48,000 for the teeth, and then there was 13,500 that came out of tax on top.
It's a lot of money.
I've never spent that kind of money. I've never even had a brand new car.
Melinda engaged Supercare Dental in 2022 after seeing a Facebook ad. When staff helped the single mum of four apply to the tax office to access her super to pay for a full set of dental implants. By July 2024, Melinda had undergone 2 major operations but was still without bottom teeth.
I am a mum that looks after a girl with a disability, and there's been times through this period where she's actually been having to look after me. Maybe we should get some hay.
Supercare eventually agreed to make Melinda a temporary denture. But 3 years on, she's lost more than half of her hard-earned superannuation, and she's too ashamed of her teeth to leave the house.
In December 2024, last year, actually Christmas Eve, I felt cracking in my mouth and the prosthetic had snapped clean in half and is now being held together with super glue.
Melinda's one of around 400 patients who've paid a total of more than $2 million for dental work that is yet to be received. Supercare Dental has 5 branches across New South Wales, including Penrith in Sydney's west, Norwest in the Hills District and Corrimal in Wollongong. But the company's Tuggerah and Katara branches, along with their business Usman Dental, have been plunged into administration and are under the microscope.
Where's the money, Simon?
I don't know.
Don't know?
No.
What about all the patients who paid up front for their dental work and didn't get it done?
They're getting it done.
Supercare Dental is owned by Simon Usman.
So it's business as usual for you?
As far as I'm concerned.
No dramas?
Yep.
Melinda is sticking her dentures together with super glue.
That's fine.
Is that standard practice for you at Supercare Dental?
Where they were issued to start off that.
Did you receive $48,000 of Melinda's super?
Did she not get that money back?
No, she did not get that money back.
How about you get your facts right?
Oh.
Melinda has not received her money back, and nor has Peter, who says he's worked all his life for the $82,000 in super he handed over to Supercare Dental.
Your circumstances changed. What happened?
Just while I was waiting for these implants to be done, I had a tumour in one of my kidneys. I had to have my kidney removed.
Because of his poor health, Peter's doctor advised he switch from dental implants to dentures, which cost much less, around $10,000. Supercare agreed to refund Peter more than $71,800, which Simon confirmed in a voicemail.
Hi Peter, it's Simon from Supercare Dental and Cosmetics. I'm in the process of refunding that money.
But Peter hasn't seen a cent. He has no teeth. His health is declining and he's desperate to get his money back.
Does your business prey on vulnerable people, Simon?
No, it doesn't.
No?
No.
Not people that don't have much money to afford dental work?
No, it doesn't.
Who take money out of their super?
We offer a duty of care to those patients and we're obliged to treat them and we will continue to treat them.
If you're obliged to treat them, why are you not?
Because I don't have a premises, not due to my concerns. I didn't shut myself down.
Around June of last year, I stopped getting paid regularly. And then as of August of last year, all my invoices since then have never been paid.
How much money are you owed in total at this point?
At this point, more than $200,000.
This dentist was employed at Supercare's Tuggerah branch but quit over unpaid wages. According to the administrator, staff are owed more than $350,000 in outstanding employee entitlements. And for a company that's all about super, the business owes about $300,000 in unpaid super.
And what about all the staff who say they're owed money? What happened to their unpaid wages? Why weren't they paid?
I think you need to get your facts right again.
You're the one in a bit of a pickle here, Simon,
okay.
not me.
That's okay.
The administrator says it's currently preparing a report for ASIC on suspected breaches of CIMA's director's duties, including a failure to exercise due care and diligence and to prevent insolvent trading.
That's okay.
We've interviewed many people. We've had an influx of emails from former patients who are either out of pocket, they're desperate, because they've taken money out of their super and they didn't get the work that they paid for.
Okay.
So where's the money?
My solicitor will answer that.
CIMA hasn't let her financial woes impact her lifestyle. According to her social media, in May last year, she was on holiday in Singapore. In July, CIMA was skiing. The year before, she enjoyed a trip to New York, featuring a decadent seafood buffet. Back at Supercare, there are also claims that some patients felt pressure to fork out more money for their smiles.
In the initial consult, there were 6 staff members. You had the dentist, you had the dental assistant, you had someone talking money, there was another one taking photos. Like they were really trying to push you into doing something.
Leanne took more than $20,000 out of her superannuation and paid Supercare Dental up front for a smile makeover. She claims to have had around just $2,000 worth of work done and was told she'd need to pay an additional $2,500 just to receive her dental records.
There are limited circumstances where super can be released early on compassionate grounds. For example, for medical treatments, palliative care, funeral expenses, or to prevent the foreclosure of your home. APRA, along with the Dental and Medical Boards of Australia, have put some practitioners on notice for potentially predatory practices.
What's very clear is that an industry has sprung up in recent years, exploiting loopholes in this system to take way more out of Australian super than was intended. And we really need to do something to close these loopholes.
Finance expert Joel Gibson says people should think very carefully before deciding to access their super early.
If you're a 30-year-old who takes out $40,000 for a medical procedure, you're probably missing out on around $300,000 in retirement. When you draw down money early from your super, you're going to pay tax probably on most of that money at around 22 or even 32%.
We've had an influx of emails from your patients who say they're either unhappy with their work or they paid up thousands, tens of thousands of dollars and they have nothing to show for it.
Well, I started the process because I was lacking in self-confidence. And my self-confidence is even worse because I look in the mirror and I don't see the same person I used to see.
And since we filmed this story, CIMA has sent refund forms to some patients. Look at it as a start, but still a long way from seeing their money back in their bank account. And sadly, we're not holding our breath.